Okay, we're back with another packed show.
Boys,
First off, let's say rest in peace to Don West,
yes.
the announcer from TNA / Impact. Well, mainly TNA. I don't think he was ever in Impact.
No, I think yeah, you're right. Right, mainly Impact.
Yeah, he was the first announcer. Him and Mike Tenay, they were dope, and unfortunately, he's gone. So rest in peace to him.
Yeah,
Major loss.
major. He was good. I liked his little like heel run that he had
Yes.
at one point.
So let's get into stuff. The stuff that we also forgot and also didn't forget. I literally said like, oh, I totally forgot this one thing that I was supposed to cover. It was actually two things I totally forgot to cover. I forgot to cover two things, but it was like this one major story that was out there that was like, hey, I need to cover this story. I totally forgot to cover the story. It just we ended the podcast, it was over, and I totally forgot to cover the story. I was like, shit, I forgot to cover that story. But also, I'm glad I didn't cover that story because more about that story came out. So I was like, oh shit, I have to cover more about that story.
Okay.
Then it was another story that was like, oh shit, I have to cover this because, yeah, they're going to do this day, so I have to say this and put this out there for people to know. Instead, I totally forgot that, but like, we'll get to that when we get to that. It's just so much stuff that's going on, and there's 1,000 red flags. And I don't know how I'm going to get to those red flags, but I'm going to get to those red flags, but let's just start with what I was supposed to talk about on the last podcast. Phillip Brooks, CM Punk. This has been very, very interesting. Like, I don't mean just like a little quote-unquote interesting. This has been very interesting. So, the first thing that happened was Dax Hardwood has a podcast, FTR podcast. He's on there. He's talking about like stuff that happens. And on the podcast, he mentions about CM Punk. He's like, yo, I just wish you guys would just like shake hands and hug it out, all four of you, and just apologize so we could all make some money together. And it was like, okay, yeah, I mean, it would sound good, Dax, like, yeah, whatever. And like, somebody commented on Instagram about it. And CM Punk just was like, it was like, yeah, these guys should just get back together and just apologize and just work shit out. And CM Punk comments, duh. And it's like, wait a minute. So are you thinking the same thing that they're thinking? But like, that was the original story. And it was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to cover this because like, Punk is like kind of hinting at going back. And Dax from FTR is also hinting at Punk should be back, which it would make sense. It would be FTR and Punk versus the Elite.
Yeah,
that makes so much sense. Money on the table, right there. It's fully flushed out. But then here comes a story out of nowhere, and I'm gonna criticize the rest of this, like how this is let out because there's so much behind it. But it was a story that Jericho was like, yeah, no one wants him back. What? No one wants him back. The locker room doesn't want him back. He's a cancer to the locker room. The younger guys here, they don't want him back. And Jericho said this. Jericho said this to his informant, Meltzer. He goes, yeah, they don't want him in the locker room. They don't need him in the locker room. They said they're better off without him. And the reason I have like so much like angst around this is because it came out right directly after the whole Punk saying, duh, like we should just apologize and make money and get over this. It came out like right after that was like dropped. And the story just was like, nope, that's not happening. Look, this is what the people from AEW saying. So then it goes back to a lot of what's been reported about this whole situation. And when it started out, people were like, huh, there's a lot of one-sided coming out from one side of the thing where this person is like, yo, I'm actually doing actual news journalists and giving you both sides. But if you actually look at a lot of the reporting of this story, you would kind of feel like this isn't both sides here. This isn't you being objectively biased. It's a you being fed lines and going, no, I'm gonna go with this side instead of just like reporting both sides and saying, yeah, like I don't know which side is what. And then like when you kind of get like a little bit of more news, you're like, all right, well then, yeah, the scale is this way. And then like, remember, because a couple weeks ago I said it feels like they're trying to just pile on a lot of shit on Punk. I said this doesn't feel right. It feels off.
You did say
all
that.
of a sudden it was just a bunch of news, just like shitting on Punk, just shitting on everything he does. Like, I have my personal feelings about him as a character and like him with his ego, yes. But it felt like they were shitting on him, like just dumping shit on him. And it's like, this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. It's like, especially from people who are supposed to be respected journalists, talking about, hey, I cover both sides. But every time you look at it, it's like he only focuses on the side that's throwing shit on Punk. When this first started, he wrote one article on, hey, here's the Punk side. After that, he's just been shoveling the Elite side. Oh, this is what happened. Oh, here's what more story. Here's more stories. Here's more. Here's more. Here's more. And it's like, dude, like, what is happening? It's just so asinine. And this person actually thinks that he's doing right. It's like, no. I'm actually doing right. And it's like, dude, we're looking at this and we're calling you out on it, but you're angry because we're calling you out on it. And you're saying, no, you people are stupid because you're not reading the articles from the beginning and you're not. And it's like, yeah, but do you see how long it took you to cover the Punk side, which was this 1 week, and all of a sudden this Elite side just keeps getting more and more shit onto the Punk side. And it's like, that doesn't seem right. It seems like it's a hit piece on Punk. And I like, if they're gonna work it out behind the scenes, fine, let them work it out behind the scenes. But in the court of public opinion, you're swaying the argument to make Punk look bad. No matter what happens, you're swaying the argument. And then when you're sitting there saying, I cover both sides, but also here, look at this article that's shitting on Punk. Here it goes. But I cover both sides. So if you guys hate him, that's because you found the truth. And it's like, yeah, but like you're just dumping this one side on him. And it's like, you just, like, if you're gonna be objective, be fucking objective and just do that. This is what I hate about my job, is the thing that when I cover something, I try to be objective. And sometimes I really be like, you know what? I fucking hate this person and I'm gonna be on their side because somebody else from the other side has pushed me onto that other side. Like, right now, I'm just like, I don't believe shit from the Elite side. I don't believe shit from that side because there's too much shit that came out that it was like, this is wrong. Like, they may be 80% right. Most of the shit may be right. But the way that they're trying to take down Punk is asinine. I'm not running with it. I'm not going, yeah, I believe everything they say. Because, like, the first 10 things probably was true. Everything after that is complete bullshit. That's how I feel about it. Just saying.
Okay.
It's like so, like, it's just so weird. But, like, Punk literally said, like, yo, we can do this. And the thing about it is, like, even Meltzer said it out of his mouth. He was like, yeah, if they would, like, if Punk would apologize backstage and, like, clear this shit up, then, yeah, like, they probably could make money, but the people in Elite don't want to see that. And it's like, yeah, but I wonder why everybody is just, like, against Punk. And part of me is like, it's either one or two reasons. He was the guy making all of the money, and other people are like, Oh, he said he was taking my spot. Fine, let me get the fuck out of here so I can get my spot back. Fuck you. That's how I feel like some of the people are operating. Some of the other people are probably operating under the fact of, yeah, he's a schizo. I don't like him around because he has a big ego and he's a dick. That's how some of the other people. But then I've heard from other wrestlers that goes, yo, he was cool. He would teach me stuff. If I asked him, he would help me. So somewhere in there, there's a bunch of lies that's being spread against this dude that I don't know why. And at this point, it's like, I would rather him go back to the elite, work this shit out, make money. Fine. Fuck it. WWE said they're not fucking with him, and like, you can fuck with him and get money, but still at the same time, they don't want to fuck with him. And I would agree with don't fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
He should go back to the elite. They should work this shit out. Somebody should apologize, which I think all four of them should apologize, not just one. All four of them should apologize for the whole entire situation. Work this shit out. Make sure FTR stays there because this shit is not looking good. But get everybody on the same page. Say, let's work this out. We make some fucking money. The dream match is Kenny versus Punk. Fucking blow the roof off of the fucking doors. AEW's on top of it. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Fuck all the backstage bullshit that you've been feeding to all the fucking dirt sheets. Just fucking make shit better. Work shit out and make it better. That's where I'm at now.
No, you're right. And if they don't work it out, that's basically their death sentence right there. Like, slowly but surely. It's not gonna happen immediately, but yeah.
I don't think death sentence, but I do think it's just showing you how flawed the system is right now. Which, like, they can fix it. They can totally fix it, but it's showing how flawed the system is right now.
Yeah. The reason I say death sentence is because them being so egotistical and whatever is kind of like how WCW was with their backstage politics and whatever, and all their egos and all that, you know? It reminds me of that a little bit.
But okay, so there's differences. Like, there's differences with WCW, and Tony Khan even said this in his fucking interview, was like, yo, we're not going to be WCW. They do have traits of WCW, but at the same time, Tony is the ultimate decision maker. He's the Vince. Like, yeah. Even though people don't like to see it that way, he's the Vince. If he decides to say, you know what, fuck it, I'll bring Punk back, I don't give a fuck what you guys say, then it happens. It happens, there's nothing they can do. But if he's like, nah, I'm going to trust you guys, and I'm not going to bring back Punk, then that's another situation. But he has to figure out what to do. And like I said, the money is in Punk versus Omega. Do it. Just fucking do it. Get it over with. Make a lot of money. Be happy. Solidify the company. And I'm not going to lie, it'll probably, like, the ratings will probably go back up because the ratings have been sliding since Punk has been gone. And it's like people sometimes don't want to come to the realization that Punk was bringing in a lot of eyes, and that can rejuvenate the AEW show. But like I said, it is whatever. It is what it is. So we open up Rampage with a very weird match because it's Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta, which was very weird because they kept doing friendly spots. It was very weird.
I'm upset that this was the first match. It should have been the main event.
Yeah, because Orange in the main event is where he belongs.
Yes.
So the match ended when Penelope Ford comes down and distracts Trent, and Orange just goes, fuck it, I'm going to take this, knock out Trent, and get the win. So after the match, the best friends are like, dog, what the fuck did you do? And they just left him. It was like, that's kind of fucked up.
Kip Sabian was happy shit the whole time because he was in commentary.
Yes.
So I feel like he kind of set them up so like they could break up.
No, he did set them up so they could break up because like they're finally gonna have their match next week on Brand New Dynamite.
Yeah.
So then we have a backstage thing with Darby Allin. Here's the thing that we totally missed on the podcast because we totally forgot. Darby Allin ran in on the end of the Samoa Joe Wardlow match and saved Wardlow after he got his hair cut off. Totally forgot that happened.
Yep.
So Darby is going to challenge Samoa Joe next week, and Darby is going to face him in Seattle, where he's born. And Darby says, nobody in Seattle wanted me to become a wrestler. I was 180 pounds. No one wanted me to become a wrestler. But you know what? I did it, and I feel more alive. And he's like, nobody believes in me. My dad didn't believe in me. My city doesn't believe in me. He turns to Sting and says, you don't believe in me. And Sting said, what do you want me to do? Tell you I believe in you so you can not have that chip on your shoulder? No, I'm going to tell you I don't believe in you so you can have that chip on your shoulder so you can go out there and beat the shit out of Joe. And like, this was like a father talking to his son.
Yes.
This was awesome. I love this. Like, Sting really made this fucking segment. I love this.
I have no faith that fucking Darby's winning, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I don't think he's winning either, but like, Sting was fucking on. I loved it.
Yeah.
So then Skip Sabian is in the ring. He picks up Orange's fucking
armband.
Yeah, he puts it on. He does this Orange crush, and he's like, haha, I won, yay! And it's like, yuck. That's what I said, yuck. So then Preston Vance is in the back, and he's getting interviewed by Lexi, and he's like, Lexi, you call me by my new name, Pero Grosso. It's like, that is so bad. That's so bad.
For those of you that are Latino, it's Pedro Peligroso.
It was so bad the way he said it. It just was so bad. And he thought he hit those notes too. He was like, I hit it. Yeah. I'm Pero Grosso. And it's like, no, bro, you totally botched that one. So he keeps talking to Lexi. He makes a joke about her being blonde and dumb. Like, whatever. So he challenges somebody. He's like, who's it going to be? Is it going to be somebody from the Dark Order? They're all the same. And it's like, okay, yeah, like, it's probably going to be somebody from the Dark Order that's going to beat your ass. Pero. Does he even know what Pero is?
He probably doesn't. Doesn't.
I don't think he knows. Like, that's the bad part.
Something just popped in my head while we're recording this, right?
Yes.
He's like, they're all the same or whatever, right?
Yes.
What if they recruit a new 10 that's even bigger than him?
That would be funny. So then we get the Moxley promo. And Moxley is talking about Hangman. And Moxley, this is the lines that a lot of people have missed. Because Moxley was like, I'm the top guy. I'm the number one. I'm the ace. He said, we're going to fight and let's see who the last man standing. As soon as he said that hit me because Renegade said they should go to a third match where the third match should be a stipulation. Bingo, there goes the last man standing.
Boom.
And Moxley finished off the fucking promo when he was like, yeah, Hangman, learn how to keep your hands up, bitch. I was like, oh my God, that was so hard. That was hard. That was a hard ass.
He fucked him up harder than he did like with the fucking concussion.
Yes, that was a hard ass bar. I was like, damn, Mox, you didn't have to say that.
He gave no fucks.
None. So then we had Triple J. Jay Lethal. I don't want him to talk anymore. Not just because he's Jay Lethal. I don't want him to talk anymore because his voice got super annoying when he was trying to be angry. And Jeff Jarrett was saying, I had more shower time than you had ring time. Because I'm J-E, double F. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. But it was like Lethal. It's like he was trying to be Flair.
He was trying to be something. His voice was dying. That's what the fuck happened.
Yep.
So then we get Kiera Hogan versus Jade Cargill. Jade's beating her ass at one point, and then she goes to slap her on the outside. Jade goes to slap Kiera. And Red Velvet's like, nah, you're not gonna hit her. It's like, dude, what? Wait, how are they breaking up in the middle of a match? What is happening? Why? So Jade cussed her out, threw Kiera in the ring. She's about to beat her ass. Kiera gets a little comeback, and then Jade hits her with the Jaded 1, 2, 3, and Red Velvet just walks off in anger. So now Red Velvet is gonna go after Jade, which we already knew was gonna happen. Like I said that weeks ago, I was like, did y'all see that? And now it's like fully on display.
It was like little like hints here and there, but now,
yes. Yes. So we have Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter's talking about how she beat the shit out of Hikaru Shida, and she's like, yeah, I don't care what happens, Hayter hits hard. And then they put the preview of the tag team match. Now, if you look at this, it kind of looks like a person that you would be like, oh, I know that person from somewhere. But there could be another person, and it could be a misdirect. Like I said, there's a lot to talk about, and like I'll cover that later on. But this is like, it could be a clear misdirect because it looks like one person, and like from other rumors I heard, it could be another person. And it's like, what the fuck? And like the other person is somebody returning that we haven't seen in a long time, which means they worked stuff out, and it would be good to have this because it's like, yeah, these two people need to fight, and that's why it would work. But also, like I said, if it's the other person that everybody has been rumoring, which, like I said, I'll get to that later, then that would work too, but we shall see. And as of next week, we will get more hints of this. And probably after I tell you like a little stuff later, you'd be like, wait a minute, maybe we all have to think about talking again. So that was that. Then we had fucking Tony Nese say, Bryan Danielson, in your hometown, I'm gonna face you, and this could be the biggest match you ever had. It's like, that's wrong. That's the biggest match you ever had. Like, the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, he challenged him to a fight, and then we get the main event thing. And this was funny, that it's the Blackpool Combat Club, and they're talking to Swerve, and Swerve is minion. And Moxley just takes over, and Moxley was like, dude, he's like, I love you. Killshot's been my favorite wrestler for 6 years. I'm like, dog, what are you doing this day? Why are you this evil? Moxley is fucking evil.
He gives no fucks.
Yes, and I'm not a fan of the Swerve villain arc. Like,
me neither.
I'll be glad when it's over. I'll be glad when it's over. This villain arc is not for me. Like, Swerve is a good wrestler. He's dope. This villain arc is just not for me. Like, it's not.
In the bad part, he makes a good heel.
Mm-hmm.
This particular gimmick doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
He wins with a cheap low blow to Wheeler Yuta. And it's like, okay, yeah, well, that's it. And, Swerve wins. Not a bad thing,
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. So that was Rampage. So Smackdown opened up with Bray Wyatt. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I was supposed to cover something on the last podcast because this had the internet in an uproar because the commercial came on and everybody immediately went to this commercial and was like, oh my God, they're going to have this match. This match is going to be crap. And everybody overlooked the little small thing that was right there that even I picked up when I watched the commercial and was like, how did you guys not miss this? This is like something different, like just chill out. Everybody was like, no, no. So it was a commercial for a pitch black match. If you looked at the commercial, it said WWE Royal Rumble is going to feature a first ever pitch black match presented to you by Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Now, for those of you who don't know or the uninitiated, who haven't been around for a long time, and I mean a lot of you probably haven't been around, because this was like a 2008 thing that happened. Mountain Dew came out with a drink called Mountain Dew Pitch Black. It was dark berry, and it was a fucking dope ass Mountain Dew. I remember drinking it because this was when they were experimenting with all different kinds of Mountain Dews. And for some reason, you can tell that a lot of people aren't initiated, or also some of these people may be healthy or just fucking normal people that have never had a Mountain Dew Pitch Black. So when they said it, everybody was so confused. Like, I've never heard of a Mountain Dew Pitch Black. And it's like, no, this is a thing. They're just bringing it back, and it coincides with what they're doing. Mountain Dew Pitch Black was a drink. It actually was a drink, pretty good. I might get it if it actually comes back, and I don't drink soda. It was pretty good.
I don't drink Mountain Dew. Never been a fan of Mountain Dew, but even I heard of it.
Yes, and it was so weird how people were like, I've never heard of that. And it's like, dog, it was a very popular soda. It's a popular version of Mountain Dew. And the reason why I'm not so angry that they're going to have a pitch black match, which of course is going to feature Bray Wyatt, is because it was presented by Mountain Dew. It's a branded thing. It's a commercial match, quote unquote. So why would anybody even look at that and be like, this is going to be so stupid. They're probably going to be wrestling in dark and this. And they're like, it'd probably be a regular fucking match. It probably will just be like an anything goes type match. It probably will be just that. But it will be presented by Mountain Dew Pitch Black. And it's like, why are you angry about this? It's like they're getting money. Who gives a fuck?
Worst case scenario, it could be like when The Fiend first debuted and he had first couple matches in that red light. But like this case, it would be like a purple or a blue or something around those lines.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it could be, and it possibly would be this. Mm-hmm. The way that Bray Wyatt comes out and stands in the ring and has like that dark blue aura, that's exactly probably what it's going to be, that type of match.
Yeah.
And if you like, and as we're going to get to this segment, you'll see like it kind of can work, and like kind of this would probably be exactly what it is, because you can see it just looks dark because Bray's out there, and then L.A. Knight, comes out. And he just starts talking shit to Bray. And Bray starts to rebuttal. And Bray actually hits the yeah, which is a Luke Harper thing. I like that shout out.
Yep.
So they're going at it. And then the lights go out. Well, not fully out, but kind of go out. And then here comes Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy comes out and gets between LA Knight and Bray. And then Uncle Howdy hits the Sister Abigail. Now, this would be totally normal and be like, this is just a regular thing. But I have mentioned this months ago that this was a thing. People were like, nah, fuck you, dude. That doesn't make sense. But you know why? What gave more credence to what I've said, what I've been saying? What? Because all of a sudden, out of thin fucking air, nowhere, nothing to do. You're sitting at home. You're fucking fired. You have no job. You're just at home. Why would you tweet right at the time that Uncle Howdy leaves the ring? What? I don't know nothing about being seen. Why did you tweet that, Vincent? Huh? Why, Vincent? Why did you tweet that? And then tweeted it with the eyes, and it's like, come on, dog. Like, we don't know that it's you. Like we said on this podcast months ago that you were Uncle Howdy.
Yes.
And then you just tweet like right after, like, yeah, I don't know nothing about being seen, man. And it's like, you're the only other person that does the Sister Abigail that way. The fuck are you talking about?
Well, I didn't know he did that move.
Yes, like that was one of his moves. It's like, what the fuck? We're like, okay, bro. it kind of fucked me up. But like, all right, whatever. But yeah, like that was a thing. So they basically said they're gonna have the pitch black match. Everybody pissed a little bitch, and it's like, all right, whatever. But yeah, that's how SmackDown started. Yeah, so before I go any further, to clear up, Uncle Howdy hit the sister Abigail on Bray Wyatt. So yeah, just so there's no confusion and be like, hey, well, you said he hit it, but who did he hit it on? It was on Bray Wyatt. Bray got Uncle Howdy by Uncle Howdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So then we have a backstage. And this was great. This was great. Because Sami walks up to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman goes, how was your Hanukkah? So Sami says, how was your Rosh Hashanah? I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, I love them. And if you know that Sami is Muslim and Paul is Jewish, so yeah.
It was cute.
It was funny.
Yeah.
So they go back and forth, and Paul tells Sami, he was like, you know, the tribal chief doesn't like that they're chanting Sami, Sami, Sami. And like the crowd starts chanting it, and like he's trying to like tell Sami that you're too over and you're getting in the way of the tribal chief, trying to like simply nudge, like, you're gonna get your head blown off if you keep fucking around. So Sami was like, no, like, did he say that? And Paul was like, no, I'm kind of thinking 3 steps ahead. But you know what? Just relax and just don't do anything. He's like, you know what? Green light. You can go see him now. So they go in there and they talk. And it's like, oh, okay, let's find out what's going on in there. So, yeah.
It was a good segment. Like, I liked it.
So then we get Solo Sikoa versus Sheamus. Now, I keep forgetting that Solo Sikoa just like 6 months ago was in NXT. I keep fucking forgetting that. Because this guy is so fucking awesome. It's like, dog, like how are you just act like you fit on the main roster? Like, I totally forgot that she was in NXT 6 months ago. What the fuck?
Commentary even said that they was like, they can't believe he's still a rookie.
Yeah, it's like, yo, he going toe to toe with Sheamus in a very good match, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? And then he hits the Samoan spike, he beats down Sheamus, and then the Usos beat up the Bar and Sheamus, and then Drew McIntyre shows up, and Drew says, you know what? I'm not gonna let you guys beat down my brother. They're gonna beat you down. And that shit was kind of crazy. So now it sets up Drew McIntyre versus, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus versus the Usos next week, or in 2 weeks. I forgot when they said. It's come up soon.
I think they said 2 weeks.
Yes. It's like one of those who the fuck cares ones. So then we get to the next thing, which is a thing about a thing about a thing. Because, so, this is how it started off. I'm going to get into all of it and break down the details in a few seconds. So, earlier in the day, we find out that plans change. That's immediately what we found out. Plans changed. So, what are the plans? WrestleMania plans. Remember, we went over WrestleMania plans last podcast. We're like, oh, these are the plans. Yes. Plans changed. And I'm not saying this because, oh, we fucked up. No, those were the plans. Once again, plans actually changed. As of this morning, plans changed. Here's the plans that were presented to us. Here's the air quotes, presented to us. Ronda Rousey was going to be taking on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania for the championship. And everybody was like, oh, wait a minute. So that means, yes, everybody has said that the Becky Ronda match completely off. So with that being off, everybody went to, well, now what the fuck does Becky do at WrestleMania? What the fuck is she going to do at WrestleMania? And somebody asked Dave Meltzer in a circle, and the person said, yo, they're changing this match all of a sudden. Why? And Dave's like, I don't know. This seems like the plans have changed. It's very weird. I'm trying to figure that out myself. And the person says, well, the only other person that Becky can face that would be a big shot in the arm to WWE would be Sasha. And Meltzer says, you know what? That's true. It could be. And it was like, this is where the red flags went up immediately, because I was like, yeah, that's true. But here is why I'm just like, hold up. There may be some truth to this. You want to know why there may be some truth to this? There's other factors that play into this and make you go, what the fuck, dude? We may get something that's impossible. Here's why the other intrinsic factors work into that.
Okay.
So after recording last night, I did talk to one of my friends, and we were talking about something. We actually were talking about Stardom. And she reminded me, said, you know, Stardom has that big Yokohama show coming up on the 24th of March. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And she was like, yeah, Sasha's probably going to be there. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And like, they were talking about having people from Sendai Girls, Tokyo Joshi Pro, Wave, and Ice Ribbon. They're talking about having women from like all different promotions in this big, huge Stardom crossover. And they even were talking about bringing in people like Miko Satomura from WWE. And it was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Now, here, like I said, here's where everything starts to get tricky, because Mercedes Moné has signed with New Japan for a certain amount of dates. One of those dates is March. Another one of those dates is another date in the US and also another date in Japan. So it's a certain amount of dates that she signed. If those dates run out on March 24th, April 1st and 2nd are definitely fucking cleared for no goddamn reason at fucking LA, where her cousin is going to be rapping and performing, and also it would be great if they gave her a big bag. Now, that makes it seem kind of weird, right? Like, all of that makes you go like, like there could be some truth, some smoke to this fire.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that make you go like, stuff seems off. Now, another intrinsic factor that has been talked about, my New Japan podcast, Super J-Cast, we're talking, and they usually have it in on a lot of New Japan stuff. They were kind of inferring that, like, you know, doors could kind of be like off the hinges and people can like fluctuate between stuff. And they also said, like, you know, like maybe WWE people might show up there. And I'm like, maybe that could be true, and like that could be going the opposite way where other people could be going to WWE. And I'm like, okay, well, that could be true. Here's another thing that hits another one of those red flags for me. They had the press conference for Great Muta versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is happening January 1st. So it's like, oh yeah, that's a thing. And in that interview, they say to Nakamura, yo, have you been contacted for the Tokyo Dome? Nakamura smiles and just says, they haven't contacted me about anything. I don't know anything about January 4th. And it's like, okay, the fact that you smiled and just like cheekily nodded that you could be doing something, and the fact that there's like are people who are on that show that doesn't have anything to do, and you could just show up and just do something. Yeah, it's kind of like a red flag of like, wait, what if WWE actually lets him go to Wrestle Kingdom? And it's like, okay, all right, maybe. And then I'm like, no. There's no way that any of this is happening. And then Mercedes is already in Japan, so that's like a dead giveaway of like she's gonna be in New Japan. So Io Shirai is in Japan, and it's like, okay, oh, she lives in Japan. Why would that be a thing? Yeah, and so is Asuka, because they live in Japan, right? Yeah. But you do know, like, most of them have brought their whole entire families over to America. Like, Kenta lives here. Kushida lives here in America. They're both going back on the day of to go to Wrestle Kingdom. But Io and Asuka are already in Japan. There are other WWE wrestlers in Japan also, and it's like, that are not from Japan, and it's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, why? Like, this is like these are little things that you're like, no, these are just regular things. They're regular things, and it's like, no, they're red flags here. There's red flags that keep popping the fuck up. I don't know why, and nobody is just like, everybody is like, no, we have our set deal. This is it, and it's like something's off, and like nobody is literally saying, no, something's off. Everybody's just like, no, we agree with everything that's going on because this is what we see. And it's like, something's off and somebody has to say something. And I'm the person saying something. These red flags are up for no reason, right? And then there was somebody who asked, would Sasha be in AEW or would she do something in WWE this year? And everybody was joking like, haha, both. She could do both. Yeah, she could do both. Like, we know she's not going back to WWE. And then somebody who is in the know said, there could be some smoke there and fire. So, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like so many people are just like, yeah, this could be a thing. And then some people are like, wait, this could be a long ruse of like Sasha going back to WWE. Yeah, that could be one too, but like, there's something going on because there's too many red flags. Like I said, January 1st, if her account gets moved to the fucking alumni, that'll be a red flag. But I also said, until Royal Rumble, you can't rule anything out. It's too much going on here for you to even be like, you know what? That's a thing.
Question for you.
Answer.
Now, what if, like, because I feel like this could be a possibility, they move the Sasha Banks like profile to the alumni, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then she debuts as Mercedes Moné.
That could be a thing. Like, that could be a thing. They could just like rebrand her as Mercedes Moné. That could be a thing. Like, I would actually be shocked that they do that, but like, it would be like, it could be a thing. Like, there's nothing off the table. And like I said, there's like she's literally as huge of a person that anybody can get. So if WWE makes a deal and works with New Japan and Stardom, is like, listen, here's the star, you use her for these amount of dates, but she comes back to us, like, that would be a game changer, and that would also signal another thing for WWE. Like, their working relationship with AAA. There's more to that. And it's like, what the fuck? Because now I just found out that Dragon Lee can go back to AAA and wrestle some dates because he has a date with, now I just found out, is his other brother, that he's going to do a match with Dralistico and Rouge as a team in AAA. Like, WWE said, nah, it's cool, you can go back and do this. And it's like, what? And it's like, no, this is a thing. He can go back and forth. He's an NXT wrestler, but he got some dates in AAA that he's going to fill out. And it's like, what is happening? Like, see, this is the things that I'm talking about. Like, there's so many red flags, and it's like, dog, what is happening?
I blacked out on all that, and all I heard is Realistico and Dragon Lee and Rush are all brothers, so we confirmed that.
Yes. So back to SmackDown, also red flagged up because we had Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Rodriguez. And Ronda beats Raquel. Now, she beat Raquel, and I knew that this was happening days before. I knew this was happening days before, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to spoil this. I knew it was coming because I knew Charlotte was coming. So Charlotte shows up, and Charlotte challenges Ronda. The funny part is, like, a lot of people totally missed this. They were like, yeah, she got new music. When she walked out, she was in ring gear. She wasn't in street clothes. And it's like, you missed the red flag right there. She was definitely in ring gear, and she challenged Ronda. And when she challenged Ronda, she said, yo, for the title, right now, what's up? And Ronda was like, I was just in a grueling match, but fuck it. So Ronda takes on Charlotte, and Charlotte beats Ronda. Now, once again, that goes back to plans changing in the main show. So now it's like, okay, now Ronda's not facing Rhea. What's going on? Now it's like, oh, we're hearing that Rhea's gonna face Bianca again, and it's like, okay, cool, like that's the match we wanted. So where does that leave Becky? And it's like, well, you kind of know where that leaves Becky. And somebody literally said, you kind of know where that leaves Becky now. And it's like, what, Becky versus Charlotte? And they're like, no, but you kind of know. And it's like, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing else that would be that big unless it's the thing that everybody totally wanted from the beginning. And it could be the four-way. And I know people are like, what? Like, how? They're going to make a way because it's going to be Becky versus Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha Monet.
I'm down.
Dude, like, there's a chance that this can happen. Like I said, until everything is like blood drip dry, where it's like, there's no way that this is happening. It's still a chance. And like I said, there's too many red flags. And I know people will be like, no, see, you're wrong. See, you're wrong. But there's too many red flags for me to be wrong this time. Like, I'll admit if I'm wrong, which I'm probably not, because this is getting worse and worse each week. I'm probably not. But if I am, I will take a retraction and say, you know what? I fucked up. I was reading too much into this because, you know, wrestling is wrestling. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sitting here going, yeah, I pretty much called this and said that this was happening.
Which pretty much happens all the time. So
yes, it always happens when people are like there's people who listen to this podcast that literally hit me up and be like, dog, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you're fucking talking out of your ass. That's bullshit. Yo, I don't even know why I listen to your podcast. You guys are liars. And then they turn around and go, oh shit, he was right. He's not crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens a lot. So, yeah, like, Charlotte is the new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. So, then we go backstage to talk to the bloodline. And the bloodline is there, and they're just, like, talking. And if you watch this, the interaction between Roman and Sami is very sketchy. But the thing that you have to pay attention to is Jay. Because Jay is looking back and forth, not as like a sneakily thing. Jay's looking back and forth as a fear thing, like, dog, something's about to happen. And you can see in his eyes looking back and forth, they're wide and they're shifty, like, dog, something is going to happen. Like, Sammy's going to get his block knocked off.
I noticed that too.
Yeah, it's like, it's coming. Like, it's coming. They referenced the Mysterio thing. On TV, so, you know.
And they showed it.
They did show it. And the funny part is, like, we know where this is going and why they did this. WrestleMania, Dom versus Ray, and it's like we need to start pushing the agenda now, so you know.
Yes.
So then everybody's in the back roasting Top Dollar, and Top Dollar gets angry when Ricochet says something. Because like the thing is, like if you're getting roasted and then like that last person like that you kind of don't like say something and like it crosses the line a little bit too much. Everybody else is your friend, but you get roasted by that one person that you like, you ain't too cool with. You like, might fuck you up, motherfucker. Like, that's what happened with Ricochet. He said something and he's like, what you saying? He just starts swinging on him, and it sets up a match for next week. This is weird. This is very weird to me because the winner qualifies for the Royal Rumble. Like, the fuck?
Don't remember the last time someone actually qualified for the Royal Rumble, but
like a long time. It's been a long time, so it's like, what the fuck is happening? It's like you're gonna have a big ass Royal Rumble, so you're gonna decide to take one person out. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, why not just put both of them in it? Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. So then we get Imperium coming out, and they're just talking shit, and then Braun Strowman comes out, and Braun Strowman's like, listen, man, you gonna get these hands. So Braun comes out, tries to beat up Gunther. Gunther's like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. And he grabs a chair and starts fucking him up. And Wade Barrett says the line, there's more chair swinging than a Waffle House fight. I'm like, oh God. So then Ricochet comes out to help Braun after Braun gets his ass fucking handed to him by Walter. Now Ricochet, this, like, a lot of people didn't see this, but this is so fucked up because Ricochet is supposed to do the chair over the ropes where he's supposed to swing, and because Gunther is so big, Gunther was close. Ricochet went for the chair swing and bammed him right in the top of the head, and Gunther went down. And even the wrestler that's supposed to be stopping it was like, holy shit, dog, you all right? The fan, like the fan in the front row was like, holy shit. Like, he just was like, holy shit when he hit him, because it fucking hit him right in the top of the head and was like, bam! And he was like, holy fuck, is he all right?
He better be all right.
Hopefully he's all right. Because we already got an injury with fucking AJ Styles.
Yep.
So then we had Cena, who is missing a piece of the top of his head. So, I mean, sorry, John, you are.
A piece? God damn. Like, it was like half of it.
Yeah, he's missing the top of that shit. So, god damn, John. But John was in the match with Kevin Owens versus Samuel Zenon and yours truly, Roman Reigns. Dude.
Yep.
This match was okay, but the thing that bothers me about this, how the fuck did Sami get a busted nose at the very beginning of the match?
Yeah.
Sami got a fucking busted nose. Then Kevin got a busted eye. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Like, I don't know where Kevin got the fucking, like, busted eye from. I suspect, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, it was a Superman punch, like, spot.
No.
I think it was there.
No. Because I think it was this spot. When Kevin was pinning Sami, Roman jumped over him and just went, bam! Right in Kevin's face and was punching him. I know they were supposed to be work punches, but that first punch was like, bam, right to the face, and that's what bloodied up his eye.
Not for nothing, not to start shit, because y'all listen to this podcast, so, like, I see WWE. But I want to say that was kind of a receipt for fucking Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I think that was. I think it was a receipt. But, yeah. And of course, like we said was gonna happen, Sami took the pin, and John and Kevin won. So yeah,
it was okay.
Yeah, so that ended the year of WWE. So speaking of year ending, we have to talk about. Well, make our predictions for Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
And also, like, I want to make a prediction for the Muta versus Nakamura match, but we all know how that's going to end with, like, Nakamura beating Muta. Like, if Muta wins, it'll be like, oh, wow, that's different.
I was kind of thinking Muta was going to win. I was thinking that.
No, I'm thinking Nakamura is going to win because, like, that's usually how some of the retirement matches go. The old head usually loses, and it's like, all right, it's over.
Yeah. But doesn't he have one more after that?
He has like 10 more. He doesn't have one. He has like 10.
Okay.
Because, like, I'm going to show you, like, how many of them he got. Okay. So, that's the thing. So, we're going to have the regular Rumble, which no one really cares about at the beginning of fucking Wrestle Kingdom. Nobody gives a shit about it. Whatever. So, then we're going to have, like, the Antonio Inoki 6-man, which is Yuji Nagata, Kojima, Makabe versus Tatsumi Fujinami, Suzuki, and Tiger Mask. Which I'm going to go with the third generation, which is Yuji Nagata, Kojima, and Makabe. I think they're going to win. Okay. So I'm going with them. So then we have the tag team, the junior tag team titles, which is TJP and Francisco Akira versus Yo and Leo Rush. I really want Leo Rush to win this because, like, he's been in New Japan, he's doing his thing. I kind of want him to win.
That'd be cool.
Yes. So then we have Kari-sen versus Tom Nakano. I'm 100% going with Kari because after Kari wins, then Sadie Monet / Sasha Banks shows up. And yeah, that's the thing. So this is where I'm kind of conflicted because FTR is going to take on Bishimon, which is Goto and Yoshihashi. Now, I 100% want FTR to win, keep the tag team titles, keep wrestling, keep going. But I feel like they're going to put it on Bishimon because they feel like, you know, FTR might not be staying around at AEW for too long. And if, like, these little backstage politics are going on, I kind of think they're not going to be staying at AEW for any longer.
I agree.
So then we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ren Narita for the 15-minute New Japan television title. I'm conflicted on this one, too, because it's like, I want Zack to win his first gold, but at the same time, this is Ren Narita's, like, big time to shine. He's back. He's in this great spot. Fuck it. Let him win this title. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I want him to win this title.
Okay.
So then we have Carl Anderson with Luke Gallows versus Tama Tonga. I totally 100% see Tama Tonga winning this, not because Carl Anderson's a WWE guy and he has to drop the title, because of the history of this match. That, like, Tama Tonga is Carl Anderson's young boy. Tama has never beat Carl Anderson. When Carl Anderson had a match to win the never openweight title, he dusted the shit out of Tama Tonga in like 5 seconds. And this was like a couple months ago to win the title. So there has to be like redemption for Tama Tonga. Like, he has to win. He has to.
And in a sense, it'll be kind of passing the torch type of thing a little bit, right?
Not passing the torch is like just a redemption. Like, just a friend redemption, because like that's what happens with like a lot of people. Like, you get beat, and then like it's fucking redemption when you finally get that win.
Okay.
Like, and that's what I think is gonna happen. This is the redemption. And then we have Tanahashi, Shota Umino, and Keiji Muto. What? Keiji Muto? Yeah! The Great Buddha versus LIJ, Tetsuya Naito, Sonata, and Bushi. This, I see Muta's team winning, but not Muta getting the pin. I see Shota Umino get the pin.
Okay.
But yeah, like this is another one of Muta's last matches because this is quote unquote Muta's last match in New Japan. But I have a feeling that after that day, we're gonna find out that he has another last match in New Japan. Because here's the funny fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has another last match in Noah.
The fuck?
Yes. So yeah, and his last match in Noah is the one with Sting and Darby.
That's the one I was thinking.
Yeah, he has a bunch of last matches. So that's the thing.
He's worse than
Then we have Then we have the 4-way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, which is Taiji Ishimori, El Desperado, Hiromu, and Master Wato. I think this is going to be Master Wato's final time to be like, you know what? I can show off and I'm actually good. And no matter how you people hated me when the fucking pandemic started and you showed up and thought that I was a fucking geek, I grew into an actual person and he wins the title.
That'd be cool.
Yes. So then we have the one who everybody keeps saying is the fucking main event, and I don't give a fuck what you say. Fuck you people for saying this shit, even though it's like two great wrestlers. Fuck you. I went through this shit before. Fuck you. So it's going to be Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the U.S. title. I kind of feel like Ospreay should win this. I feel like Ospreay should win this, but I feel like they're going to give it to Kenny. But I feel like Ospreay should win this.
I agree.
So then we have the real true main event for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Jay White, the champion, versus Okada. So Jay has been preaching the narrative of, I keep beating Okada. Okada has beat him like once, but he keeps beating, I beat Okada. I beat Okada. The more he keeps preaching it, the more it's like, yeah, Okada's going to beat you. But here's the funny part. This is another thing that I'm just like, I kind of think that it would be really beneficial if this happens. Because let's just say he actually does keep the title. Jay wins. Jay becomes the first Gaijin in history to win the not win the IWGP, but win the main event of the Tokyo Dome. I mean, he's probably not the first because like Bob Sapp's there, but like, I mean, in the modern era. All right, fuck it.
Yeah.
And like he wins, and like he's standing there in this great light, and everybody is booing, boo, boo, and then the music hits, and everybody, I swear to God, everybody in that fucking arena will lose it. You hit this one particular music that has not been played in over 6 years. Just play this one music in the Tokyo Dome at the height of it, where everybody's booing the fuck out of Jay White, and Jay White just killed Okada, and you play this music, the roof will blow the fuck off of the fucking Tokyo Dome. If Nakamura's music hits at the Tokyo Dome and he saves Okada, his teammate, and comes back and challenges Jay White, even if he loses at the next Wrestle Kingdom or like whatever show they're gonna do, because there's 2 Wrestle Kingdoms this year, so yeah, there's another one. So that happens, and you're like, bro, that right there, that one moment will be like, it surpassed every moment. If Nakamura comes out January 4th at the Tokyo Dome, no other moment in the Tokyo Dome, no matter who shows up, no matter who wins the title, no matter who's there, never be topped. It will never be topped. There will be nothing that will ever top that. Nakamura's music hits, nothing will ever top that. That's it. That's it. That's how you end the show. And that's how we're ending this show. If that music hits at the Tokyo Dome, nothing will top it.